What generation is leading the electric vehicle charge? We've got the groundbreaking survey results you need to see. Plus, battery production is officially underway at a major new facility. And we're diving deep into the absolute best EVs hitting the market this year. And in California, they're doubling down on electric mobility despite federal changes. Stay plugged in, this is Electro Drive News. Gen X leads EV adoption survey, but Gen Z embraces hybrids. Are you thinking about making the switch to an electric vehicle? A recent survey has shed light on which generation is most enthusiastic about bringing an EV into their lives, and the results might surprise you. Electric vehicles are undeniably becoming a more common sight on Australian roads, with a significant number of battery-powered models finding new owners in the first half of 2025. While the overall sales figures for battery electric vehicles show a slight dip compared to the same period last year, a comprehensive survey conducted by the finance comparison website Money.com indicates a strong willingness among consumers to consider electric cars. The survey, which polled over 1,000 Australian drivers, revealed that more than half of all respondents are open to purchasing an electric car within the next 5 years. Drilling down into the demographics, Generation X, typically defined as those born between 1965 and 1980, emerged as the most likely age group to own an EV in the coming 5 years, with 23% of Gen X drivers expressing this intention. Millennials, born between 1981 and 1996, followed closely behind, with 20% of motorists in this group indicating a preference for electric cars. Generation Z, born between 1997 and 2012, ranked third at 16%, while baby boomers, born between 1946 and 1964, showed the least inclination towards EVs, with only 11% considering an electric purchase. However, the landscape shifts when hybrid vehicles are brought into the conversation. In a notable turn, Gen Z takes the lead when it comes to hybrid adoption, with a substantial 42% of drivers in this age bracket stating they would consider a petrol-electric hybrid model within the next 5 years. Millennials also showed a strong interest in hybrids, ranking second with 36%, while both Gen X and baby boomers were tied at 33%. Traditional internal combustion engine ICE vehicles, however, remain the preferred choice for a significant portion of respondents, particularly among older generations. Over half of the baby boomer participants, 53%, indicated they would opt for a petrol or diesel car in the next 5 years, with Gen X motorists not far behind at 42%. Millennials showed a 40% preference for ICE vehicles, and Gen Z at 38%. When questioned about their primary concerns regarding EV ownership, respondents frequently cited a lack of trust in EV battery performance or longevity, and high upfront costs as the most significant barriers, each mentioned by 21% of participants. The availability and reliability of public charging infrastructure also emerged as a key concern, affecting 18% of respondents. Addressing these concerns, Australian online auction site Pickles launched its EV battery assurance program in 2023, aiming to build consumer confidence, especially concerning second-hand EV batteries. Their testing of over 650 electric cars revealed that EVs less than 2 years old typically retain 97% of their battery capacity, with models 2 to 4 years old retaining 95%, and even those older than 4 years maintaining approximately 94%. This data, coupled with their new battery state of health (SOH) assessment, is designed to alleviate anxieties surrounding the lifespan and performance of EV batteries. The survey also prompts readers to consider their own preferences and encourages engagement in the discussion about EV adoption. This data offers a fascinating glimpse into the generational divide in EV consideration. Next, we're heading to Kentucky, where a major player has just fired up its battery production lines. BlueOval SK ignites EV battery production for Ford F-150 Lightning. In a significant move for electric vehicle manufacturing, BlueOval SK has officially commenced battery production at its Glendale facility, marking a pivotal moment for the company and its partnership with Ford Motor Co. The announcement came with considerable fanfare. as the company celebrated the rolling of its first-ever battery destined for a customer off the assembly line. These batteries are slated to power the all-electric Ford F-150 Lightning, a highly anticipated model in the electric truck segment, and will also be utilized for Ford's E-Transit van, enhancing its range capabilities. Michael Adams, CEO of BlueOval SK, expressed pride in the achievement, stating, "We are proud to build batteries at our Kentucky One facility that will power next-generation electric vehicles." He emphasized that the start of production is a crucial milestone that solidifies their position in the competitive EV battery market. The launch event saw over 1,450 team members gather at the BlueOval SK Battery Park campus in Glendale to commemorate the occasion. Plant manager Mark Haley highlighted the collaborative effort, noting, "Every person here played a vital role in reaching this point. I couldn't be prouder of the hard work and dedication that have set BlueOval SK up for success." This milestone is the culmination of a massive $5.8 billion project, representing the largest economic development initiative in Kentucky's history, which promised to create approximately 5,000 new jobs in Hardin County. Governor Andy Beshear lauded the investment, calling it the single largest investment in the history of our state, and crediting it with sparking a wave of related investments that have positioned Kentucky as a hub for EV innovation. The state has supported workforce development for the site with a $25 million commitment to the Elizabethton Community and Technical College BlueOval SK Training Center. This production news follows closely on the heels of another significant announcement, a nearly $2 billion investment by Ford at the Louisville assembly plant to prepare for an all-new electric midsize pickup truck. This investment contributes to Kentucky's record-breaking economic growth, with over $13.1 billion in EV-related investments secured in the past 5 years. However, the venture has not been without its challenges. The partnership is currently navigating a unionization effort by the United Auto Workers Union, and production for the second plant, Kentucky 2, is on an indefinite pause as the company reassesses market changes, including government incentives and consumer adoption rates for EVs. Reports suggest discussions are underway with Nissan regarding the potential use of the second facility. Furthermore, Ford recently announced delays for its next-generation electric F-150 Lightning, pushing production to 2028, and similar delays are affecting the electric transit van production in Ohio. Despite these setbacks, BlueOval SK remains committed to its mission. BlueOval SK is creating good-paying, American jobs in the heart of the Commonwealth, Adams stated. "We are strengthening the domestic supply chain and driving the transition to zero-emissions transportation." This major step in battery manufacturing underscores the industry's rapid expansion. But what does this mean for the vehicles consumers can actually buy? We're revealing the best EVs on the market right now. The Electric Elite, unveiling 2025's top EV performers. For those eyeing a new electric vehicle, the market in 2025 presents an array of exceptional choices, catering to every preference from sporty sedans to spacious family haulers. While EVs still represent a smaller segment of the overall automotive market, virtually every major manufacturer now offers at least one electric model. The differentiation between these vehicles lies not just in their powertrains, but also in their design, interior appointments, driving dynamics, weight, and battery capacity. Here, we highlight some of the standout EVs that have impressed testers so far this year. Leading the pack is the Audi RS E-Tron GT, a true super sedan boasting a staggering 912 horsepower and achieving 0-60 mph in a mere 2.4 seconds. Its performance credentials have earned it spots on lists for both best sedans and best performance cars. Beyond its raw speed, the RS E-Tron GT is an outstanding electric vehicle, equipped with a 97 kilowatt-hour battery pack and dual electric motors that provide an impressive 278 miles of range. A significant advantage is its rapid charging capability, reaching an 80% charge in just 18 minutes at a DC fast charger. Priced from $168,295, it commands a premium, but its performance and features justify the cost for many. In the large SUV category, the Cadillac Escalade IQ marks a bold new era for the iconic model. replacing its traditional V8 engine with a massive 205 kilowatt-hour lithium-ion battery and dual electric motors. It produces 750 horsepower and 785 pound-feet of torque. Despite its power, the Escalade IQ achieves a remarkable 460 miles of range on a full charge and can add 100 miles of range in just 10 minutes at a DC fast charger, making it ideal for long journeys. While its starting price of $129,990 places it among the more expensive SUVs, its combination of luxury, performance, and extended range lives up to the considerable hype. The Jeep Wagoneer S offers a compelling blend of traditional Jeep ruggedness and electrifying performance. The Launch Edition, with its 600 horsepower dual-motor setup, accelerates from 0 to 60 mph in just 3.4 seconds, an impressive feat for a 6,700-pound SUV that retains its characteristic utility and presence. The interior is refined, featuring premium materials and modern amenities. Powered by a 100 kilowatt-hour battery, it delivers up to 303 miles of range. A more accessible limited trim with 500 horsepower is also available for 2025. Starting at $67,195, with the Launch Edition at $72,790, the Wagoneer S presents strong value for an electric SUV that balances power, comfort, and capability. Hyundai's entry into the three-row electric SUV market, the Ioniq 9, is a highly competent offering. While its styling might be polarizing, it excels in comfort, efficiency, and value. Starting at $60,555, the base model boasts an impressive 335 miles of range, with the top-tier calligraphy trim delivering 311 miles and enhanced performance with 422 horsepower and standard all-wheel drive. Alongside its sibling, the Kia EV9, the Ioniq 9 positions Hyundai Motor Group as a leader in the growing segment of three-row electric SUVs. For those seeking a more understated alternative to the Tesla Model 3, the Kia EV4 emerges as a strong contender, offering distinctive styling, a comfortable ride, and solid range at an attractive price point. Expected to launch in 2026 around $40,000, it will be available with two battery options: 58.3 kWh or 81.4 kWh, with projected ranges of up to 235 miles and 330 miles, respectively. Lucid's Gravity SUV is a remarkable achievement, lauded as one of the fastest, best handling, and most efficient SUVs on the market, with a potential range of 450 miles and the title of the fastest charging EV in America. Its sleek, albeit minivan-like, profile houses a futuristic and functional interior, comfortably seating 7. However, Lucid's status as a newer automaker means potential early adopter challenges, including build quality quirks and software bugs observed in test vehicles, alongside production ramp-up hurdles. The Mercedes-Benz G580 with EQ technology, the electric iteration of the iconic G-Wagon, is arguably the best G-Class ever built. Its 4 independent electric motors provide superior off-road capability and water-fording ability compared to its gasoline counterpart. Innovative features like G-Turn for 360-degree spins and G-Steer for enhanced maneuverability are notable. With a 0-60 mph time of 4.6 seconds, it performs well on pavement too. The trade-off is its range, estimated at 239 miles, which is less than some competitors. Finally, Porsche's electric Macan offers a compelling package of sharp handling, a refined driving experience, and impressive efficiency, though it comes with a higher price tag than its predecessor and amidst slower-than-expected EV adoption trends. These EVs represent the cutting edge of electric mobility, blending performance with technology. But as the federal EV credit shifts, how are states adapting to keep the momentum going? California pushes forward with EV incentives despite federal credit changes. In a strategic move to maintain momentum in electric vehicle adoption, California is exploring options to offer its own incentives to EV buyers, even as the federal $7,500 tax credit faces termination. The White House's decision to relax emissions standards and end the federal credit, effective September 30th, has prompted California to reaffirm its commitment to electric mobility. The California Air Resources Board (CARB) announced on Tuesday that the state plans to backfill the federal EV credits to encourage continued adoption of all-electric vehicles. These state-level incentives, which could take the form of point-of-sale rebates, vouchers, or other credits, will be contingent upon resource availability and aligned with California's specific policy objectives. Furthermore, the state government is considering extending these incentives to cover used electric vehicles and fleet operators, broadening the accessibility of EV ownership. This initiative aligns with Governor Gavin Newsom's executive order from June, which reinforced California's dedication to EVs and directed CARB to develop regulations aimed at reducing greenhouse gas emissions. The executive order signaled a commitment to the next phase of the state's clean vehicle program, focusing on protecting communities from air pollution while simultaneously fostering job creation. This proactive stance by California comes at a time when other entities are also stepping up to support EV adoption. Ride-sharing giant Uber Technologies, Inc. is offering drivers in Colorado incentives of up to $2,000 for switching to an electric vehicle. Ford Motor Company has also reiterated its commitment to EVs, announcing the development of a new platform designed for its more affordable electric vehicle lineup. Globally, the EV market continues its upward trajectory, with sales of all-electric vehicles worldwide surging over 21% in July. Year-to-date sales have reached close to 10.7 million units, reflecting a significant 27% year-over-year increase in EV adoption. In another development supporting the domestic EV supply chain, General Motors Co. has entered into a preliminary agreement with Chinese battery giant CATL to supply batteries for the Chevrolet Bolt EV through 2027, while GM's partner, LG Energy Solution, works on its U.S. battery manufacturing facilities. These efforts by California and other industry players underscore a determined push towards electrification, aiming to offset the impact of reduced federal support and ensure the continued growth of the electric vehicle market. California's proactive approach highlights the growing importance of state-level policy in driving EV adoption. Looking ahead, we'll recap the biggest stories and give you the info you need to stay charged up. Gen X is leading EV adoption in Australia, while California is stepping up its own incentives despite federal changes. BlueOval SK has fired up its battery production lines for Ford's electric trucks, and we've revealed the absolute best EVs hitting the market in 2025, from super sedans to rugged SUVs. If you found this update electrifying, hit that like button, subscribe for more, ring the notification bell, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to follow us on all our social channels for continuous updates on the future of mobility.